Let's
All
go.
right, we're live. We're sorry for the delay, folks. Gerry was getting his lights plugged in and stuff. So, and because he wanted to leave it unplugged. I'm like, you have a Christmas tree there. The lights are on it. Why wouldn't you plug it in?
Dave had to put on a nice polo.
Yeah, I Gerry couldn't find one, so I don't think Gerry owns one.
I
Ah,
might have one. I actually might
that
have
one.
one.
Is that your funeral attire?
Exactly. That's the special occasion attire.
Welcome, everybody. It's Sunday, November 25th. This week is um, going to be Thanksgiving. The market is open every day this week. It is closed early on Thursday, though, I believe, isn't it?
No, it's closed on Thursday, only half day on Friday, I
Is that what it
believe.
was?
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's not going to be open on
You're right. I'm
Thursday.
probably wrong. It's closed. I think it closes at 1 p.m. On Friday. Sorry about that, folks. I there's nothing for me to do on Thanksgiving, so I want to trade. So let's see here. Hopefully, I don't get a bloody nose on the stream. It's 2 days in a row I've had a bloody nose, and it's caught me off guard too. Like freaking dripping all the way to the sink and shit.
They used to happen to me in
Um,
grade school for some
was
reason.
the last time I've had a bloody nose like 20 years ago. So I'm just digging too deep, I think is the problem. But um, anyways, I think we're good. I got toilet paper just in case, and I'll make sure Gerry takes over the stream. I don't think there's going to be an issue. So we're glad to have everybody here. Before I go through all the fine folks in here, fine gentlemen and ladies, he, she, them, her, whatever those people are, we will go through my numbers, and Gerry will go through his because I'm kind of curious to see where Gerry's at. Where Gerry, good old Gerry here. I know you've had trouble putting shit on, so my week was actually pretty good, Gerry. I took off $983 in premium last week. So let's see, make sure I have that filtered correctly. So $983 I took off last week. So $2,700 for the month is where I sit. And I don't have a lot of stuff cooking though. And as it sits right now, I basically have $1,800 cooking right now. So that's a 10% buying power used, 31,000 maintenance margin. And of course, Baba took me to the cleaners again. So it is what it is. It had earnings, and they took me to the cleaners. So I actually bought two more Leap, Gerry. So
Plural.
I got 5 total Leap now on
Plural.
Baba out to June 23rd, June 2023. And honestly, I think I could get out at like 170 now if it gets back up there. So it's getting lower and lower. But it was down in the 140 area, so why not take advantage of it? So I got, let's see here, 12 positions open, 22 contracts total. I did put some shit on last week, Gerry. I stuck some. What did I put on? I put some arcades on. Well, yeah, I put some arcades on Monday. Tuesday, I put a Boeing put on. I put IWM on. I put 5 of those IWMs on to January 21st, and I put 2 spies on. Put 1 PayPal on, and then I put 1 Boeing call side on. So it's technically a strangle. I just put them on separately. And I know you beat me out there. I'm your buffer, I guess, is the way you want to
No,
call
it,
it.
it, it never filled.
Oh, it never filled. Okay. Yeah. You'll never be able to get near me now unless it goes up. But, I got into the put when it was down like 2%. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good for Boeing. And then just continued to go down 5% that day. So right now, that's where I sit. Kind of running light. I didn't put any Qs on because the Qs are at all-time highs and it kept pushing higher, so I just left those off. I do have Qs on, but I didn't put any new ones on. I'm waiting for a down day, and IWM was down pretty much all week, so I put a lot of those on. And so that's kind of the story there. I'll be looking to put some more shit on this week as well. As it sits right now, the market's They're up pretty good, actually. So all the market, let me see, they're up about 1/3% across the board. Looks like shitcoin is it was up earlier quite a bit more, but it's just less than 1% now. So that's kind of my numbers for the week. I don't know if I'm gonna reach. So there's really about what one week, 1.5 days or 1.5 weeks left. I don't know if I'll meet the $3,000 this month or not. It is what it is. That's fine. I can take it off in December then. So I'm pretty happy so far. So Gerry, why don't you go ahead and let us know how you're going and all that crap.
Yeah, I had a decent week. Took off. I am having trouble putting crap on. I closed 11, opened 11, and took off $675 in premium for the week. My net lick is down. It's going down. I got a lot of stuff in the red, but nothing, not anything scary. I'm not worried about it. It's just that little pullback we had kind of made things.
In the Russell, right?
Yeah, Russell's been struggling a little bit, but 18,700 in maintenance. I still got 2,700 cooking, so 16% buying power. Nothing exciting that I put on. I put on a Altria Group, 41 strike. I put on United Airlines 40 strike. What else? Intel, did an Intel 47, a Rocket 15, which was almost at the money. I'm trying to reduce my cost basis in that one because I'm long on that one. But nothing really exciting. I need to put some stuff on for sure.
What do you mean exciting? You don't have any Winnebagos, you don't have any Rugers, you don't have any Smith and Wesson. Is that what you mean?
Well, some of that's probably still on, but as far as the new stuff that I put on, there's nothing exciting at all. No, I found ADS, which is Automated Data Systems, I believe. Got $1.05 for a 65 put on that one, so that one was pretty good. But
ADS, is that Ross Perot's stock?
I'm not sure. I've heard of it. I know of it as like a payment processing company, and they've been around a long time. But
sounds like Ross Perot's company. But I mean, if anybody knows specifically what Ross Perot's company was, let me know. It kind of sounds like it, but
definitely looking to put some more shit on because I'm running light. I mean, this month so far, I'm just shy of 2,700 cleared, which is above my goal. So I'm not really.
So we're pretty much even.
Yeah, we're pretty much even. So I'm not really pushing to take stuff off, but I really like to put some stuff on for December.
I'm already going out to January 21st now.
I saw that. What is that, 60 days?
Yeah, it's not like I don't want to, but I have really no choice. There's no other expiry opened up. So, yeah, those are going out. There's 61 days left on those. So tomorrow will be 60. So that's further than what I want, but oh well.
They may not even open it up next week because Thursday.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's going to be jacked up.
I'll still put some stuff on. Looking at the Russell, does look like it bounced off the 50-period moving average, and it put a pretty good candle in there. So who knows? That could bounce and go higher from here. When is the let's see, is it next week? We got the debt ceiling. Is that next week?
December. I thought it was like 3rd or something.
Yeah, I thought it was the 3rd as well.
Yeah, it might be next week.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do there. I know that the House passed the Build Back Bullshit plan, so I don't think it's going to just get caught up in the Senate. It'll probably go back to the House eventually or whatever. So I don't think I have to worry about that. But the debt ceiling definitely could be. We'll see. But there's definitely some weird stuff going on in the market this week. The VIX was up a couple of the days, even though the market was up. That's a red flag. The other thing is there definitely looks to be some rotation going on where you have the Dow, the S&P 500, and the Russell all down, but the NASDAQ's up, you know, and it was up big too, you know, and it wasn't like it was just barely up. It was up like, you know, just, you know, less than a 1% or something like that. And the other stuff's down, you know, it's like, all right, there's some weird shit going on.
Yeah, and there was only a couple of stocks carrying that thing, really.
Yeah, Microsoft and Apple are two for sure that were I saw every day that the Nasdaq was up. Those were up over 1% each those days. So that could have been it. Let's see what kind of folks we got in here, Gerry.
All
We
good.
got good old all good here. We got Michael Kruger. Are you guys have any special live on Friday night? Friday night's tough because there's two other people doing streams that night. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like to walk at people's toes and stuff, you know. So we'd have to be super early or super late. I don't know about that. Gerry's probably busy doing something anyway.
Maybe. I'll be eating leftovers. I know that.
Right, you're already off the wagon or what?
I'm off the wagon. Screw it.
You never even got on the wagon.
I never got on the wagon. No, I've been on the wagon. But Thanksgiving, I'm definitely off of it.
It's hilarious because every year when I used to go to the gym, after the first of the year, it'd be packed in there. And folks, you have to understand, I didn't go to the gym until 11, 12 o'clock at night. Okay. And it was not packed, but it was a lot of people in there compared to what I usually see in there at that time. And it was about a month or two, and it just dwindled and dwindled and dwindled until I was the only one in there.
That's why I started in November. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a part of that crap.
You're already done. I have to say I got a bench here, and I got weights and stuff, and I've been slacking, but that's fine as long as you don't have a long period in between. That way your muscles aren't all locked up when you're done. That's fine. So that's I still got another 5 or 6 months left anyway to get prepared. Yes, I don't know about that, Michael. We'll do one on Sunday though. Good evening. Doesn't everyone in the whole world live Eastern Standard Time? No, I don't think so. Gerry, where are you at?
What is it called? Pacific Standard Time?
California time. California time.
Pacific Standard?
Yeah, Pacific time. I'm Mountain time. We got a couple of folks in here in Central time. There is at least one state. I don't know how many states there are. Tennessee has two time zones. I don't know if there's any.
We also have a couple of people in here that are tomorrow.
Yeah, they're already tomorrow. We got some people that are, it's still afternoon for them too. So I don't know if she's here, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know where you're at, Gerry. I know where he is. Pretty sure it's Central Time where good old Dan is. You got the special. The special will be called Black Market Friday. I don't know about that one.
We'll put it on sale.
Put it on sale. Buy one, get one free. They're talking about, I've been seeing it all over Twitter and stuff, talking about doing a mask mandate here on Monday. I'm like, come on, are we done? We're done with mask mandates. I mean, they don't work, number one. And number two, shouldn't you be pushing for the vaccine and not the damn mask mandate? I mean,
so they're gonna allow the retail stores to be flooded, the malls to be flooded, and then Monday they're going to turn around and say everybody need to wear masks.
The governor here is really trying to push back on it, but the governors they succumb to pressures like that, because they have to. But yeah, I hope they don't do it. I just think that's the whole reason why we're still lagging this long anyway, in my opinion. Let's see here. That would be cool. I don't want to. If somebody else doesn't do one tomorrow on Friday, then maybe I'll do one if Gerry doesn't want to do one with me. But most likely, I don't think that they're going to drop out. And who's really going to show up? Y'all going to show up? Like,
Yeah, I think even Sunday would probably be rough.
yeah, I don't know. That's a good. I mean, we'll see. Dividend drip. What's going on, dividend drip?
There's
He's got
tomorrow.
the thumb up. Yeah, it's already tomorrow where he's at. Well, is it quite tomorrow where he's at? No, I don't think. Yeah, wait, no, yeah, it's already tomorrow where he is. What is it? No, it's morning time. Yeah, you're right. It's tomorrow. He's getting his lures ready. He's got the easiest life in the world. Jeez, and he complains like, "Oh yeah, man, it's fucking hot out, man." Oh man, I'm just bagging on you. I don't even know what his name is. I don't know if he's gonna ever share his name, but we'll see. Spin, what's going on, Spin? I think it's tomorrow where he's at as well.
We just call him tomorrow.
Yeah, let's see. Holla. Thoughts on Devo cast position? You're the second person that's mentioned that to me, and I don't. Number one, I just don't concern myself with everything they're doing in the background. I just don't care. I guess that's just me though. Like I just trust them to, like for me to nitpick what they're doing in the background. Oh man, they don't have enough freaking calls on. I just don't see the purpose of it. I think it's pretty good to actually have cash right now where the market's at. But honestly, I don't really care what they're doing. Like I already know what they're doing in general. But if they have a portion of a cash position, why is it such a big deal? I don't know. It's the second person that's mentioned it, though. What are your thoughts on that, Gerry?
I feel the same way. I mean, I don't have a Devo position, but even with Nusi, I mean, that's kind of the same thing. You can follow the calls and puts, and you can disagree with where they put the put at or whatever, but does it really matter? It doesn't really matter. I think it's a great thing to have some cash just in case. I mean, it's prudent portfolio management. If you were running a portfolio yourself, you'd probably want to have some cash on the side right now.
And Devo's a hand-picked portfolio, so they could be waiting for something to have a sell-off or something before they get back into it. I don't know, but Devo, is it Devo or Divo?
Or I call it Devo.
Divo. Yeah, we all call it Devo, but there's no E in there, so I don't know.
I think I started that one.
You might have, yeah. And I just parroted it. So I just, they could be waiting for something to drop to get back into it or get into something new. And I just don't concern myself with that. It's had a fantastic year. Matter of fact, let me pull those numbers up because, it's worth mentioning. It's they've had a great year this year. The market, so they're up 13.5%. They paid out roughly almost 5% in dividends. It's at pretty much all-time highs. What is that? Still down about 10% or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that together, it's what 5, 6, 7, 8, about 19%. So it's down 6% compared to the overall market, but that's pretty damn good for a income ETF. I don't think there's any other income ETF except for maybe JEPI out there that's actually outperforming anything. And that one, that's actually underperforming Divo just a tad bit as well. But that's what it is. I also had a couple people in this video that I put out mention that the expense ratios are high, like 0.6% expense ratio is high. I'm like, for a managed ETF, that's not that bad, Like,
no, you get into
and they're just comparing it against VTI and VU, and I'm like, you don't really understand what's going on here. These are managed ETFs. They're doing options. They got to get paid to do that because that takes work. If you don't like it, then get into SPY, get into QQQ, get into IWM, and then run your own freaking covered calls and puts.
Yeah, I mean, if they really want to look at managed funds, I mean, look at the mutual fund space, look at the closed-end fund space. 1% is like cheap in that arena. So
I've
I look at it as cheap.
gone back and forth over the last year many a times on that argument. It's just not 0.6% is super low, in my opinion, for a managed ETF like those, an income ETF at that, right? So let's see here. Just bought a shit ton more of Devo last week. There you go.
Is a shit ton more than a regular ton?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, crapper ton. He's I looked at his M1 account. He's got I thought he was doing XYLG and QYLG, but he's not. He's doing a synthetic one.
Well, I think I think when we were talking to him, he's talking about two different accounts. So
Maybe he's talking about his daughter's account. Because in that account he actually was in QQQM and then he was in QLD, which is what we were kind of talking about. It's cheaper to run it that way than it is to just get into QLG.
Yep.
Devo. See, make some good cash last week. Yeah. Did you pay for your beers and all that crap? Your options, or they're not expired yet? Let's see here. Nice thumbnail, Davy Pooh. Gratitude is an awesome emotion. Good for the mind, body, and soul, or emotional health. I just threw soul in there because it sounded like it should be in there. Yeah, I'm not a very spiritual person, Gerry. I just people. I mean, I don't want to get too religious here because people. I don't care what people's religious beliefs are at all. Like, I mean, do whatever you want to do, and I'm just not. And when people try to force it on me, it doesn't do anything for me. But I don't even know where I'm going with this train of thought. So I was basically just going to say, I think that anything that happens in my life, I make it happen. There's not some magical floating person in the clouds that are helping me out. This is the way I look at it. Pretty much everything's in my control except for women. So, so let's see here. Good cash as an Devo, Divin, or options. Who's he talking about? Oh, she's just trying to find out whether it's Devo or if it's options.
Yeah. Looks like he's just got cash in general. He's just probably
in
cash.
How about both? I actually think I'm going to reduce my Nusi target. I'm going to go less Nusi. Instead of like 175 or 200K, I'm going to keep it at like 160 or something like that. And the rest is going to go into Jeppy and Devo. Because, I mean, we've talked about it, Gerry. How often does the market crash?
Nusi, it has a spot, but you really, I mean, like you said, if you think about it long term, if you really want the income, it's you're putting a drag on yourself.
Well, honestly, Jeppy has about the same yield anyway. So it's roughly about the same.
Yeah.
You throw it in Jeppy and you're going to have, it's going to be lower volatile too, but it's just until, how often does a crash happen? That's not something that happens all that often. And even if we have a 20% decline or something like that, that's not a crash, and how much is it actually going to protect on a 20% decline, especially if it's dragged out. Obviously, it's not going to protect it all, but let's say we had a 20% pullback like we had in 2018, right? And it happened in a month. I think the Nusi might protect you a little bit, but it's not gonna be like, oh man, it just held up, perfectly fine, I mean, it's gonna pull back some. I don't know. We'll see. Just cash in general.
Ma'am.
Can't call people ma'am anymore. That's a no-no. He was in the military and I was in the military, so this is what we do. Yeah, I see you having fun in the sun. Yeah, he did post some fun pictures, smoking flat spliffs and stuff, or whatever else he's smoking in there. Fatties, Gerry, fatties. He'd get along with Matt, right?
Yeah, Matt has those big old stogies sometimes.
I never had a stogie ever in my life. So do I have to worry about getting ill from sucking one of those things or what?
Nah.
I've heard people, yeah. Well, I mean, skull. You know, do you ever chew? Do you ever try chew?
No, I've never tried chew.
Wow.
Never have. I've had big league chew.
Oh, of course. I've had beef jerky chew too. Raining this morning. I've never seen anybody can complain about the rain before. You put a rain jacket on. People do it out in Alaska and freaking up there in Alaska, you know, out there when they're on, you know, the fish. You know, it doesn't matter whether it's snowing, it's raining, they're still out there fishing. So, yeah.
Ice fishing?
It's not ice fishing. It's like the deadliest catch.
Oh, that fishing. Yeah.
That type of fishing, yeah. I love rain. I don't care. It doesn't rain a lot here.
Wait, you don't call that fishing, do you?
Well, you talking about the shrimp fish?
Yeah, I mean that's
crab.
Like,
sorry, crab.
It's like netting, isn't it?
No, they call it fishing. They don't call it crabbing, Gerry. Although I've heard people say crabbing, but that's definitely fishing. Caging,
bagging.
Man, that's a great series. I've been watching it forever. All the jokes that they played on each other over the years, like burying a car down there and hooking that up, pulling up a car. You know, oh man. But can take just as much of it. Yeah, it's good. Cool things off. Hey, Gerry, Hot Lips. Who did I used to call Hot Lips? I don't remember who that was.
Yeah, who was it?
I don't know. I used to call somebody Hot Lips. Turn off AC for a couple of hours. I don't like humidity. I can deal with hot. I just can't deal with humidity. That's the problem I have. I don't care. Like I was, you know, lived in Qatar for almost 2 years, 140 degrees, you know. It's hot as a sumbitch out there. Don't get me wrong. You cook an egg on the sidewalk, but it's not humid.
140?
Oh, yeah, 135, 140.
Is that that's not humanly survivable, is it? Jesus.
Talk about Sacramento's 120 some years. Jeez. The Middle East, Gerry. Let's see here. And they get like 3 inches of rain a year. It all comes in one day usually. So turn off AC and save money. Yeah, you're that damn cheap. Like I'm cheap, but I'm not like uncomfortable cheap, you know.
You're gonna save a couple of bucks to. I'll sweat.
Either die or save a couple of bucks. What's going on, Shamir? Oh man, we got former president. Good evening. So, who you get kicked out by? Camel Toe was president for what? An hour or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if she did anything, but
no.
She probably did the same thing she does every day.
That's the only taste she's going to get at presidency, so she better freaking take it in. Hi, everybody. What's going on, Chucky Chill?
Chill.
Rebecca, right on time. Yeah, she was. She was actually before we were. Adarox, what's going on, Adarox? You got Dividend Drip. You got a Christmas tree there. Yeah, I put my Christmas tree up right there. And
I put mine up right there.
Yeah, is that real, Gerry? Please tell me that's a Doug fir.
Real? I haven't bought a real tree in how many years?
Is that plastic?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Gerry. You don't have the smell.
I'm trying to save the environment, bro.
Oh, you're one of those people?
You got a real tree? That's a real tree that's sitting.
That's not a real tree. No, but there was no way in heck in our house growing up that my dad. I remember my dad coming home with a one of those trees that's kind of got like a branch here and a branch here and a branch here, and my mom like literally cried when she saw
Charlie
it because
Brown
we
tree.
didn't. We always grew up with Doug firs, you know what I mean? So when she saw that, she's like, they like had to get rid of it and go get a real Doug fir, you know, and it's like. No, I'm just, you got to have a real tree. Because it's the smell, you know, and you got to have the chance for the dog to pee on it and stuff and all that, you know.
Oh yeah, she's got candles going, so it works.
Fair enough. I got a plastic tree right there, so got to go get some coffee though. Struggling. Coffee? If I took coffee right now, I wouldn't go to bed at all.
Yeah, me
I can't
either.
even do chocolate this late. What's going on, Grateful man? Hard to fathom what's going on in Wisconsin. Actually, it's been pretty quiet in Wisconsin. Man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say because there's been so much misinformation about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. You know, it's just to peddle a bunch of lies for a narrative. That's the whole reason why there's a whole bunch of uproar to begin with, is because there were so many lies pushed by the media, and it's to create that racial divide and divide the country even more. Which I agree that he should have been off. He should have got acquitted, and he was. But I also look back, I look at it and I'm thinking, you know, what if there actually was, you know, he killed, let's say he really just gunned somebody down and murdered the very first person. Let's just say he did that, right? Gunned him down, just maliciously murdered the dude. And then he's running and saying, I'm going to the police, you know, and trying to get away. And then these people are trying, and everybody's basically saying, he just killed somebody, you know what I mean? So what do you believe? Was it self-defense? Or was it murder, like on the first one? Because if you didn't see it, you know what I mean? Let me take this a step further. What if you're in a Walmart, right? Because we've had issues with active shooters in Walmarts, and somebody pulls their gun out and they're trying to take the active shooter down, but I'm there because I'm always carrying, right? And I see that person, I think they're the active shooter. You know what I mean? So you have to kind of really, you have to do some thinking and some critical thinking here and not make a mistake, you know? Let me just say this too. That guy in Georgia, he's going to jail. He's going to jail for the rest of his life. That's just my belief. He's not going to get off on self-defense. That's the Arbery trial. Any comments there, Gerry, or no? You want to let me take all the unsubs?
I pretty much let you take all the subs because I really don't know what's going on in Wisconsin. What is there something going on right now?
Not that I'm aware of. No.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know if that was. That's why I'm wondering what the comment is, like something happening right now.
Yeah, I don't know. There's not really much going on there. You know, I still hear it even after the trial's done. MSNBC, and a couple other.
Oh, they're talking about that dude that ran through a Christmas parade and ran over like 30 people.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, he
Jeez.
ran through a SUV ran through a Christmas parade and like ran down like 30 people.
It's got to be related to the trial or the outcome.
I that's the only thing. All I saw was that headline, so I don't know if how that's connected or if it's connected at all.
It's got to be connected. It can't be a coincidence. It just can't. And I blame the media for it. I blame the media for pushing the narrative to cause the uproar to begin with. You know, and it's just so many lies that were told there that weren't even true. You know, and what's this big deal with the state line thing? I don't understand that. Even if we did bring one, you know what I mean? Like, with the narrative that they're trying to play there is they're trying to make it seem like he went there maliciously across state lines to cause an uproar, you know, but that's not what it was. It's like 15 miles away, you know, and it's didn't even bring the gun down there.
The problem is, here's the problem. Cell phones. That's the problem.
Well, if cell phones weren't there, nobody was recording anything, I feel like people are more protected by having a
No,
phone.
I get that, but what I'm saying is you can chop that up and make it fit any kind of narrative you please.
You can, but that's not what they did. They didn't do that. And they keep talking about, even after the trial's done, yeah, they used some loophole to get him off the gun charge. I'm thinking, if anybody owns an AR, the standard barrel length, we all know what a standard barrel length is, right? And then it's got 18, you got 20, you got 22s, it's like, you're not allowed to have anything shorter than that. If you want to get one shorter than that, you can put a muzzle tip on the end of it, but it's got to be welded on there if they want it right at 16 inches. So they're trying to make it seem like he used some sort of loophole to get out of that. And he wouldn't even have been able to buy it, most likely, without some sort of, you can't go with a short barrel like that. Well, of course, I guess you can, but it's not as easy as you think, to buy a short barrel rifle like that. So to say it was a loophole just makes it seem like, you see what I'm trying to say there? They're trying to make it seem like he used a loophole to get out of that, when that wasn't the case at all. That's just a standard barrel length. Whatever. Anyways, I know there's going to be people complaining probably that I'm talking about this, so let's continue on. I'm sorry to hear about that. I did not watch the news at all today, so I didn't hear about that at all. God bless everyone involved. Yeah, I'll have to catch up on that. It's got to be related, though. It just can't be a coincidence. And the thing is, folks, just don't rush to judgment. Wait a couple of days or wait a day for the facts to come out, because the first thing you hear in the news is always wrong. Sandman's a good example. It got like, what, $250 million in settlements or something like that. Rittenhouse is going to get a settlement too, for sure. Was that Soup? Junk Closet. Verna's Junk Closet. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Verna's Junk Closet there. Let's see here. Gerry, what are you most excited for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
What's your favorite food on Thanksgiving?
Yes. I'll take it all. I don't know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do a whole turkey. We usually don't do turkey very much. We're gonna do a whole turkey, and we're gonna try a new recipe, and hopefully I'll enjoy that. So I'm looking forward to that.
So are you? Where'd you get the bird, and how much was it?
Haven't got it yet. You're
not gonna be able to get a bird.
May not. Who knows?
That bird's gonna be upwards of, I don't know how, you got 3 people? 1, 2.
Yeah, I need a small bird.
4 people. No, that's a pretty damn big bird.
I can get away with game hens.
Cornish game hens. I don't know. I think for an average family these days, you're gonna be upwards of like $80 to $100 for a bird.
No.
They're expensive.
If it's that much, I ain't getting a bird.
Yeah. I'll have to go get peanut butter and jelly, the ones that got pardoned. Let's see here. So yeah, they had a listing on the TV the other day of all of the, like, ranked from worst to best when it came to the food. Like candy and yams were like the worst. The stuffing was on the list. I'm like, what? Stuffing's the best. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Cranberry sauce was on the list. I'm like, geez. What else? They literally had every typical Thanksgiving meal that you would normally have, like as a side on there and stuff. I think green beans, like casserole, was second. And cranberries like third, and they had like stuffing, and they had, I think, yams on there. I'm like, what's left? You know
what? I like canned cranberry sauce.
It just looks gross when it comes out of the can.
I love it.
I hate it. It just looks like, it reminds me of like opening up like a soup where all the fat is coagulated to the top and became solid, but it's just red, like red blood or something. I don't know. Platelets, Gerry. It's platelets. I make my own cranberry sauce, the keto cranberry sauce. Hello, guys. What's going on, Gerry? Happy Thanksgiving. Mark, Ryan, have either of you used Tastyworks, or do you just recommend IB for options? I have not used Tastyworks. We got a couple of people that have, and a couple of people that use it religiously. I've been using IB since like 2013. To use another platform right now, I have no reason to, If I was going to use another one, I'd probably use TD Ameritrade Toss, especially when they suck it into Schwab. I have nothing against Tastyworks. I've heard some bad things, but I've heard a lot of good things. James uses it. He's got a big old account, right? So, yeah. What do you say there, Gerry? You ever going to switch out of IB?
I don't think I'll switch. I tried Fidelity because I had an account at Fidelity. I tried their Active Trader Pro, which is their platform, and I didn't like it. It's too fancy. I think I'm too old for that stuff. I like interactive brokers because it's just super simple. Give me an option chain, give me an order form, give me a submit button, give me a buy to close and a sell to open. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. So the simpler, the better in my eyes. And, I know, there's a lot of, pluses, or I guess you can call them pluses, with education and guidance and reporting tools and all that stuff with all these other platforms. But honestly, I don't think it would make me any better.
I heard some people say that IB is too difficult for them. You just call it simple. So
I think it's super simple.
It's not very difficult. It's like learning, going from Windows to Linux, I guess. It's like learning something foreign, I suppose. But no, I guess that's different. No, it's the same. You still got a trash can up there, I mean, so in general, options work the same in every platform. It's just there's nuances between them all. But are you looking to go to Tastyworks, Mark? I was talking to James late one night, like 1 or 2 a.m. or something like that. I think it was like 1 o'clock my time or whatever. I was looking at there. And have you ever heard of an unwind, Gerry?
Unwind? No.
Yeah.
The hell's that?
No. Well, that's because IB doesn't have it. They don't call it an unwind. It's getting out of a buy right. It's called an unwind. I had to put an unwind on, but it was in my Schwab account. They called an unwind in there. I don't know what it's called in IB. It's probably called selling stock and buying back the call or something like that. Anyways, yeah, I appreciate James helped me out on that one. He was up too, so I don't know what he was doing up at 3 o'clock his time.
Jeez.
Yeah. Let's see here. I am deep into January, February sold puts. Deep losses as PayPal drops $1. I lose $100 each. I got into PayPal because I got into a couple individual positions this week. So I'm in PayPal. I'm in Boeing. PayPal, what do I got, Gerry? I got a 150 on. I just had to take advantage. It was down 5%. Sorry about that, Gerry. Man, that's a long time to wait, too. I don't know what strikes you got, though. You look at PayPal.
As PayPal drops $1, I lose $100 each.
What's that? 10 contracts? Or is that $1,000?
Yeah, that seems. Is that?
Yeah, that's one contract.
Yeah, what strike are you at?
No, it's not one contract. It just depends on what the delta is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what strike you got? Yeah, that thing just dropped below. It's let me see. Did it? No, it didn't. It didn't put a 52-week low in yesterday, or sorry, on Friday, but it's close. It'll probably test that. It's 2% above the low, so I don't know what's causing the drop though. I didn't really look into it. I didn't really care. I've been using PayPal since 2000. I'm a big fan of PayPal, so I actually like them more than Square. That's just me, and that's because I've never really used Square ever in my life. But anyways, Cash App, Gerry.
Venmo.
Venmo. I've never used
Oh,
Venmo either.
that's PayPal.
I don't know how to use Venmo, so why would you use Venmo over PayPal though? I don't. What's the difference?
Venmo is PayPal, but Venmo is instant and free.
So is PayPal.
For friends. It's not instant, is it?
It's instant.
Is it?
Yeah. It just depends.
Yeah, I don't know why you would use either one, but because that's a good question.
Well, probably back when they bought them, there was actually a reason to buy. They probably had something they could, use. But PayPal used to be like what 3% or something like that. Now you can send to friends and all that stuff free, and you can even say you're sending stuff, to a friend even though they're not a friend. And
see, that's what I don't like. Is like it's up to the sender. Like, are you a friend or are you not?
yeah.
But see, if they send it to a friend, then they don't have any repercussion. They don't have any protection. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, they get charged too, so the person does. But yeah, I mean, I haven't. I think PayPal is. I think even I think eBay is even doing their own thing now. So they're using PayPal still for shipping. The last time I used eBay, but they back when I sold something. But as far as payment processes, they're doing like their own thing now, kind of like BidPay years ago. To combat PayPal. But yeah, I don't know. I just how many people are using PayPal? Like, I don't understand how many people are using PayPal. If they're not using eBay, like if eBay is not using PayPal for payments anymore, then what is really PayPal being used for? I get it. There's still stores on there. You can still connect like shopping carts and stuff to it and all that as well. But you got Shopify, like there's just how much business did they lose and where does most of their business come from? I haven't really digged into it. I don't really care, but
I have no idea. I just there's just some I don't know. I used to use PayPal because it used to be 6 months no interest. So that's what I used to always
buy something and just let it sit there and pay it off over the 6 months.
Pay it off for 6 months. Yeah, that's how I used to do it.
That's a bad habit.
That's a bad habit, but I was broke then too.
Oh yeah,
part of the reason why I was broke.
I wasn't born with money. I've been broke till my 30s, till my young 30s. I was broken in debt big time. So I get it. I used to always put shit on credit cards. So I was a credit card queen, Gerry. I think you're fine, Gerry. Gerry, you're fine. Honestly, I think that 180 is probably where it could sit. I don't see it really going lower than 180, but let's see here. I use Tastyworks and I love it. Okay, so there's a guy that uses Tastyworks. Are you in the Discord, Brian? Charting is not great, but otherwise I'd really like it. Use Toss for the charting and use the Tastyworks for the trading. Because honestly, that is like one of the known things with IB. The charting sucks at IB. Like it's good enough, but it's not. It's definitely crappy. Everybody complains about it. Day traders complain about it. It's just not the best when it comes to charting. TD Ameritrade Toss is pretty darn good when it comes to charting. You can open an account for free, I think, but I'm not 100% sure. Throw $100 or $50 in it, and then you can use the platform. Got exercise in my 160 Baba put this week. Guess it's time to start selling CCs on that bad boy until the stock price. Yeah, I came like a sea hare, Gerry, close to putting on some covered calls against my Baba Leap, Gerry.
Your multiple Baba Leap?
Yes, when I had 3 of them on right before earnings, I'm like, I can lock in $400 a pop for these things. $1,200. It'd be $1,500 I would have on. But I'm like, my luck, I put those on, it's going to skyrocket to 180, you know, and then I'll be able to get out of it, you know. And it's like, so I didn't put them on, then I got toasted.
That's always the dilemma with those leaps. It's like, do you squeeze money out of them, or, you know?
So I'm honestly waiting until it gets back up, and I'm going to debate whether I'm going to put them back on or put the CCs on, because I don't want to be locked in. I want to get out of this thing. You know, that's the reason why I kept averaging down. And I just want to get out of them. I'm done with Leap, Gerry. Just when I talked about, I came very close to putting a CCL Leap on, Gerry.
I was looking at that too. That's funny you say that.
It's been down all week.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I was looking at a put, and I'm like, man, what are the leaps looking like right now?
Like, it's that $20 range, like right at the 20, perfect time to pick up CCL. You know, so what do you think of Disney doing vax mandates for 5-year-olds and up now? Or whatever
I thought they said they were holding off on that.
Yeah, well, they just came out with that, and now you're telling me they already walked it back?
I could have swore I just saw something that said they walked it back.
They might have walked it back, but I just thought that was odd, you know?
Yeah, 5 years old, that's just, I don't know. We're going to open that can of worms, I guess.
No, let's close that can of worms. Jeez, they need to start having vax ships and unvax ships. That's what they just need to do. That's what every one of the cruise liners need to do. Just say, yeah, this is a completely unvax ship. This completely vax ship. You know, this is I don't care ship.
So, that's what Bank of America is doing.
Yeah, the whole floor for unvax.
Yeah, whole floor.
It's kind of funny.
You can only access this floor, this bathroom. You're not allowed on any other floors. Like, Jesus, man.
They can do whatever they want to do. Do whichever. I mean, companies. That's why I don't really like I don't like the states putting out their own anti-vax mandate against the government, even though I don't believe in the government doing that. The federal government's got to get their hands off. They can't do that. Leave it up to the states. But I don't believe in the governors preventing companies from doing whatever they want to do. I just don't. If I own a company, I don't want the government telling me what to do. You know what I mean? Like, and if that causes me to get fired or laid off, then so be it. That's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But I don't think that the government should be telling what a company should do, let alone the federal government. But 160, Gerry, 160. I think he's at 140. Yeah, I don't know. Those probably get lent out too. What's going on, James? See, I was right. It was Ross Pro's company. Let's see here. Had my ass saved with tested reversal. Yeah. I don't know who it was. It might have been you, Matthew. It was probably you, Matthew. But I thought it was going to go to 900. It came close. It did go to 900 something, but it didn't go right to 900. But it got to what, like 960?
Something like that.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know what it did. 980.
That's where I saw a 9.
Oh, it definitely got below. Yeah, it definitely got in the 9s, and then you had like Rivian and Lucid and all those. Just, I think it caused Tesla to go back up. So you got lucky there. 1,900. Put credit spreads getting scary. Oh, I bet, man. That's a sphincter. A sphincter squincher. I don't know what am I looking for? What's the word I'm looking for, Gerry?
Contractor. It's not an expander.
A sphincter fluctuator. I don't know. Yeah, I bet, man. Are you able to get out of it now or what? All the way at 1,100. Yeah, I don't have any Teslas on right now either. I just I already had some on when it was dropped, so I didn't want to get. And then now I've taken them off, so I got to wait for it to drop again before I put them back on. Matt Freddy. So we got Michael Freddy, we got a Matt Freddy. I almost rolled my Tesla down on Monday, but held out and closed one of my Tesla positions for the entire profit I wanted, getting me out of the danger zone. Yeah, you got lucky too. I was probably not. I wasn't in danger. I had a 700. All it was, even though I'll be honest though, being at the 700 was still getting. Like I didn't have anxiety, I didn't lose any sleep, but I was like, man, this thing could get there, I'm thinking like that,
Yeah, it could.
I highly unlikely that it would get there, but it's
You just
Tesla,
never know. Yeah.
What do you guys think of Crapple? I have a January 2021 Apple 115 sitting on 2,500 profit. It is good time to sell and take profit. Is that a put or a call? Jeez.
Sounds like a call.
Yeah, I know. Sounds like a call to me.
And I would have
I've been long out of that.
I would have took profit about 1,500 ago.
I'd taken $150 up. That's the problem, though. I never run it out that long. To be honest with you, don't go by what I'm going to say, but because I would have been out of that thing a long time ago, probably. That thing could go up to past 165 and hit that top trend line. It's probably sitting at 170 up there, that top trend line. But they have a target of 168 on the stock. I don't know. I don't know what's causing it to go up, but I'd have been out of it. $2,500.
They announced their automated Apple car again.
Oh God, yeah, that should have tanked it. Yeah, I mean, I'd have been out a long time ago, Matt. More power to you for holding out. That's the reason why I never. Well, I mean, I am up 148% in my Apple stock, but of course, I don't have a lot of money in it, So, because if there's $100,000 in there, I was up 148%. I'd have been out of it. You know what I mean? There's no way I would have let that sit there. Is it a good time? I think you're rubbing it in our face is what you're doing. I would have been out. If there's no way to, January 2021 Apple 115. What does he mean by January 2021, Gerry? Wouldn't it be like a 2022?
He could have bought a call in January 2021.
Yeah, but when does it expire is my question.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Am I tripping? Maybe he is. Yeah, I am tripping. So it's 2021 already.
Yeah, is that a 2022, Matt?
It probably is.
If it's a 2022, I'd get out of it. I mean, $2,500. Like I do see Apple going up, possibly from here even higher. Just crazy to say, but geez. Yeah, I don't know. What's going on, James? Happy Thanksgiving to you too, James. See here. I was assigned 3,400 shares of NNDM, the Israel stock. It closed 15 cents in the money. Hope to dump it in the morning or sell a week-long call. If you're going to dump it in the morning, so you're just hoping it goes down? You're actually hoping it goes up. So we have naked. Okay, so we got assigned. Called 15 cents in the morning. I'd sell it. Couldn't you just sell out the money calls against it? 34 contracts?
It's only 15 cents. You should be able to do that pretty easily.
I would say this, though. If you're trying to reduce risk, then maybe dump some of the shares and then do the cover calls. Or, I don't know. Yeah. Because I don't like the company. I've already talked about it.
Yeah, and they're having earnings on Wednesday. So, yeah, that's iffy.
And it made a new low this week, too. Yeah, I'd be getting the hell out of that damn thing. We gotta hope it has a little spike up and get out of it. But 15 cents, though, I mean, still 15 cents on 3,400 shares is a lot. It's like 500 something bucks or something like that, 600 bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, earnings, yeah. So this week probably be light volume is what I expect, but we'll see. Markets, honestly, I said honestly a lot. To be frank, on lower volume weeks during holidays and stuff, the market tends to kind of melt up for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. So we'll see. Arizona never changed time zone. Yes, it's called the FU state for a reason. They do have two time zones if you're not in that time zone. Sorry, they do have two time zones if you don't live in Arizona, but you're trying to work with Arizona. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense to you, Gerry?
Not at all.
No. You being Pacific time, the time in Arizona can change 2 times a year, right? It's gonna fall Pacific time half the year, and it's gonna fall Mountain time half the year.
Yeah, gotcha.
So if you had like a girlfriend there or whatever, like she might be on the same time. So you made her, get to kick the other girl out before she shows up and all that. So, hopefully Carrie's not around. So late to the live stream from the Sunshine State, but raining all day. We were sunny all day here. We got more sun than you. You get 330 days of sun here, James. Best kept secret. It might be cold, but it's sunny. Let's see. It's going on. Let's see here. I'll show up for a live stream Friday. You always show up for a live stream Friday. If Ryan doesn't do his, or I'm assuming Kyle and Matt will do theirs. If they don't do it, then maybe we'll do one. If Gerry doesn't want to do it, then maybe I'll do it. But like I said, I don't think that they're not going to do it. So we'll just, we'll play it by ear. Matt, Freddie, I'm sitting on a similar call, but mine goes out to 2023. I've been selling PMCCs against it until I decide to exit and take the profit. Yeah. I'm done with PMCCs. I just don't have the intestinal fortitude to wait them out, Gerry.
Yeah, that's the bad part with leaps or leap.
I can't wait to get out of these. I'm down like I'm down $4,000 in them right now. So, and I got $10,000 invested in those damn things.
Yeah, if you weren't a good buy and hold investor, you won't be a good leap investor.
It's not that. It's the thing just staring at you every day. I know why.
That's why I put it that's why a lot of times I put my leaps in another account. So I ain't got to look at it every day.
Yeah, I should just ACATS transfer that. I've never done an ACATS transfer on options. Is that even possible? Has anybody ever done an ACATS transfer?
I don't know.
Nobody knows? You ever try? Yeah, I don't know. Can you transfer options?
I don't think you can.
I don't know. I never tried it. You have a leap, going out 2 years. What are you going to do?
Yeah, right.
I'm sure somebody, James, will probably know. He'll probably answer the question. Instead of holding cash on the side, why not put it in a tame stock like Apple, find other safe stocks, and just sell what you need when you need it? Depends on what you're trying to talk about. If are you talking about like the response to the Devo? Having cash, or are you talking about something else? Apple's a solid stock. I'm going to give you that, but it's also a stock that I wouldn't want to store cash in.
I don't think there's anything I'd want to store cash in. Everything's going to go down.
Well, I mean,
if it's going to go
treasuries.
Down. I mean, even if rates go up, bonds are going to go down. So,
yeah, I mean, there's something. There's probably something that you could probably put it in. Wouldn't go down very much, but everything could go down. Yeah. Apple's not where I'd want to store my money. Sure, there's no problem, no issue with Apple going under or anything like that, but Apple will pull back once the market pulls back, and it's going to pull back hard, like blue pill hard. It's got a 1.22 beta. It will pull back hard. It will come back hard too.
Yeah, it's a double edge there, but they like a lot of people, used to put in, heavy utilities, but that didn't work out, in 2020. You still lost your ass.
No, you're almost better off putting it in. The hell's that one? I mean, of course, I haven't looked at this one in a while, but you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, you got ICSH. You got
the ICSH.
There's quite a few of the short. They are ultra short term corporates, investment grade, that you can put some cash into. You're not going to get much, but
it's quite a few. All the long terms.
Mint is another one.
Yeah.
Near. Typically, you'll see these things if you like look at a chart and just do the max. You'll typically see a flat line. So that's where you'd be somewhat safe to put some cash in.
It also depends on what you're storing the cash for. Are you going to use the cash to buy a house? Are you going to use the cash for down payment? Are you going to use the cash to go to the strip club? Are you going to use the cash for a stock market crash? Like that. It depends on what is going to, you know what I mean? Like, you got to figure out what you're going to use the cash for. Spend. Man, I thought this was the spend that we thought was the spend, but I guess it's not the same spend. What do you think, Gerry?
In Alberta? Yeah.
Alberta. What's that? Let's see here. Where is Alberta? Why am I know it's Canada, but Alberta.
Somewhere up there. It's north.
Yeah, let's see. Alberta, because I've been to Toronto. I've been to algebra. I spelled algebra, Gerry. Alberta. Let's see here. I've been to. Okay. I've never been there. Been close to it. Actually, I take that back. Have I driven across there? No, I've never driven across there. Sorry. I've been to Vancouver. But I want to come close to that, though. Banff. Is that how you pronounce it? Banff, Gerry?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I want to go see Banff. I came very close to the border right there up in Bonners Ferry. So, yeah. Man, you got internet there?
Furthest north I've ever been. Oh, no. I was going to say Reno, but...
That's south, Gerry. Wait, no, that's not south.
To me, it's north.
That's north. You're right. Reno is Nevada, but it's barely just on the other side of Nevada. Or it's barely, it's literally the middle of the road is the state line.
Yeah.
So Reno's over here, and on the other side of that yellow line in the middle of the road is like Tahoe. So, yeah, gambling, baby, gambling. Oh, man, let's see. Working guy, how is mama a no-no now? I don't make the rules, working guy. Don't hurt the messenger here. Apparently, you're not allowed to say stuff like that anymore. It's not part of the gender neutral, he, she, hey, they, hey, whatever. You know what I mean? Like any of that stuff. What else can you say, Gerry? Ma'am and sir? Sir bad?
I don't know, but they'd reject the hell out of me.
We're old school. Yeah. We'll get called old. We're going to get called boomers soon, I suppose. That's kind of sad, though, because the boomer generation will eventually all die off. You can't start calling us boomers because we're technically not boomers. We're Gen Xers, right? But they're going to it's kind of one of those things, it's just like, yeah, the old generation's the boomers, So we're going to be boomers eventually, Gerry.
Yeah, it's okay.
We can correct them. We're Gen Xers.
No, call me what you want, and I'll call you what I want.
Yeah, well, you might get canceled, Gerry.
Cancel me. Go ahead.
Liquidated by Nusi into Jeppy, Devo, and SHD. You don't got no more Nusi? Can't remember what was in your portfolio. I watched it earlier in the morning. Jeppy, Devo. I like all three of those. Jeppy, Devo, SHD. Nusi's great too. It's just, it's kind of, it's on fire lately too. That's the thing. Like it's at an all-time high. So it is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, I like it. I'd like the other three better though. For overall returns, I suppose. Isn't it a week early to have Christmas ornaments up? Not in my house. No, normally people put them up after Christmas, Gerry. Why'd you put them up? Did I say after Christmas? Sorry, after Thanksgiving.
Well, here, I'll tell you what. I'm actually like bah humbug. I'm like, if Christmas,
You're the Scrooge?
I'm Scrooge. If Christmas didn't exist, if Thanksgiving didn't exist, if Halloween didn't exist, any of that stuff, if it didn't exist, it wouldn't bug me whatsoever.
So, tell us how you really feel, Gerry.
Well, I mean, it's just the way I grew up. We didn't have Christmas. We didn't do Thanksgiving. I mean, I remember one or two as a kid, maybe, but we didn't do those things. So it doesn't do this. Like my wife, they did, everything every single year. So I don't get excited over it, but she does. And it's just that's the way
that's the best way to have it. You don't have to do shit except get the freaking box down out of the attic.
But that's what she can you get the tree up? I'm like,
the kids don't help. That's so.
No, they do. But I gotta get it initially set up.
I came from a big Italian family, so we always had big Thanksgivings, but Christmas was always a thing as well, But being by myself, it's just I don't do anything. Like I don't go out and make a big old Thanksgiving meal for myself. I try to make something that I don't normally make or something, but I don't make a whole spread or anything like that. Christmas, I'm not gonna buy myself a present or anything like that. So it's just I'm by myself. So it's kind of like you, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't know. If I had a family, that's why I'm surprised. If I had a family, it'd be a different story. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, luckily for my kids that I married my wife because they'd be screwed if they had to rely on me for birthdays and Christmases and that kind of thing. Because I'd let it pass personally.
Easter, like there's no holiday. Like 4th of July, nothing.
4th of July is okay if I can be outside of the crowd and see the fireworks, or I got some good fireworks because I do like blowing shit up. So
who doesn't?
Yeah.
So what else? What other ones? Easter. You ever did Easter egg hunts and stuff when you were growing up?
My mom would hide like dimes and nickels around the house.
What about a tooth fairy, Gerry?
Yeah, she did that. My mom would do that. Quarter here and there. Yeah. Try to force the damn thing out.
Yeah, exactly. I get some money. Oh man. I don't think it's too early. How many live streams we're going to have? Are you going to be able to see it? So that's why I put it up. It was a last minute decision too. I don't give a AF what those weirdos in the States say now. I still use sir and ma'am. That's because you're old school. You're a Gen Xer.
Yeah.
That's a good thing, though. A good question. Is the military going to get away from doing that? What do you think, Gerry? You think they're going to do that?
That would be weird.
It would be weird.
What do you say?
especially
Yes.
for the people that are still in the military. And that's how like they were taught and grew up like that, you know,
What
like
do you
it's,
do? Like, drop and give me 20. Yes. And that's it.
yes, he, yes, them, well,
What do
yes.
you do?
I don't know. I don't know. God, that's a terrible. Oh, I have to mention this. I got a new all-time favorite Christmas movie. I could not stop laughing. I had to watch some of the scenes over and over and over.
What is it?
Love Hard.
Never seen it.
It's brand new out, 2021. It's got the girl from it's got Nina from Vampire Diaries, which I've never seen honestly in my life, but oh man, number one, she's cute, but number two, the movie's I don't know. I was cracking up off it. It's my new favorite. So what's going on, Tim? What are you doing in Colorado? What are you doing in Colorado? You out, don't tell me you're out in Aspen. Where are you at? What you doing here? She's in, you know what? She's enjoying the sun. That's what she's doing. It's cold. Actually, it wasn't that cold. It was in the 50s, but it was definitely sunny, Gerry. You notice I got a little bit more sun?
You're not as pale as usual.
Well, I mean, it could be the light. I don't know. It's definitely a different light, but I also go in my garage every day when the sun's out and just kind of sit in and just let the sun shine through the garage door windows and kind of just bake my face, you know.
Feels good.
It does feel good. I get my vitamin D. I take vitamin D supplements, but it's very hard to absorb vitamin D from a pill. Let's see here. What are you doing here? What you doing? What'd you do? No way. That's the wrong thing. Let's see here. No, where are you at? What are you doing? Dave will be glad to hear that. Yeah, definitely. We gotta have a big powwow. I'm in the middle of the United States. There's no reason for me to travel anywhere else. You just come here. I am in Devo, Jeppy, and Nusi because of Davey and Dave and Gerry. Thank you for your great channels and your live stream. Thanks, James.
Thank you, James.
Devo, yeah, James. He left me a comment. I think yesterday, and talk about he's in this stage of his life. He just likes the simplicity of these. I'm in at my stage in life, not like I'm super old, but I like simplicity, Gerry. You know.
Yeah.
I could own a bunch of stocks and run my own covered calls and shit. Too much work. But I might actually do more options in those other accounts. We'll see. James I know he doesn't want to hear it, but he might have talked me into it a little bit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I have a playlist that I'm trying to go through to learn more options.
Different James, by the way. Sorry. Go ahead.
I got a playlist that I'm trying to go through to learn some option strategies, but I haven't got to it yet. It's been staring at me all week.
What do you mean by that?
Just learning different strategies. I got a playlist that I'm ready to watch, but
so I'd like to get James back on. And I know I have James up here. We're talking about a different James. Sorry. It's just a little confusing here. But the other James, I want to get him back on a live stream. I know he'll come on just because, number one, he likes to talk options. So, but I want to somehow talk about the like getting into a position and then, okay, it's at this price. We got in the position. Let's say it goes up here. Then what do? Oh, we go inverted, or we buy the stock, or we do this. We go reverse inverted. I don't know. Back ratio, this. But the problem is it's going to be very hard to live stream and have that make sense over a live stream.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense unless you got visuals.
Exactly. And I don't think that he can do a visual. Yes, I could do the visual, but yeah, I don't know. I think we need to get that done before the live streams end. So anyways, we'll have to talk to him about it. So yeah, hey, thanks for that, James. We always appreciate your comments and your support. But what I mean is, I'm talking about the other James, by the way. Talking to him, it's like, maybe I'll run some freaking puts in those other freaking accounts, Gerry. And kind of do what I'm doing in the IB account, those accounts, but just do the indexes, strictly the indexes in there, and not go super safe, but give the market like 15 to 20% move down. There you go. Maybe I'll have some invested in there, because if it's an odd amount of shares, like if I could have like 790 shares or something, then maybe put the 90 shares and then just have that set long in the stock or something, and then the other ones, they sell 7 contracts or something, I don't know. We'll see. Fraser Furs. I have not heard of Fraser Furs, only Doug Furs. Yeah. Doug Furs, where it's at. Free firewood after the first of the year, too. Steven, what's going on, Steven? Is there a European or international equivalent to Devo, Jeppy, Nusi, and QLD? Not that I'm aware of.
I haven't heard of it either. I've talked to quite a few international folks and nothing.
Are you not able to invest in those 4 there, Steven?
I think there's ways you can get into them depending upon what platform you are using.
A lot of people in the European area are using IB.
Yeah, a lot of times you have to. One workaround is you have to sell a put and get assigned it. If you get assigned a put, then you can have those stocks. But
that's so shoddy. Like,
yeah.
Number one, the puts and calls on these things are junk. I just don't see the purpose of even having options on options. It's just, to me, that's kind of redundant. But it's like having a condom on a condom. But in this case here, you could always just get into. I mean, you take that back. You really can't duplicate. You can't duplicate Jeppy. You can duplicate Nusi in a way, and you can kind of duplicate QLD in a way. You can definitely duplicate Devo, but you can't really duplicate Nusi because there's cash. I mean, you're not going to be able to own all the NASDAQ stocks, and then do a cash settled. So you kind of have to do a poor man's Nusi, against the Qs or something.
Right.
I don't know. That's always an option, though. You could definitely buy all the stocks in Devo and just run your own cover calls, but that requires you to have 100 shares of every stock that's in the portfolio.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money.
Devo, I calculated it at that time. When I calculated, it was like 450,000, I think. To
probably higher
replicate
now.
It.
Probably a lot higher now.
Probably.
Well, they do have cash apparently. Do you have an international allocation? I do not own any international right now. I'm not against it. I always know that the U.S. is always going to outperform. That's just the way I look at it. But you can strategically take advantage of some international markets when they've crashed big or something, Remember the whole exit gate or whatever? What was it called? Brexit?
Yeah.
Brexit, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's certain times where you can take advantage of it, but in general, the way I look at it is if we're doing shitty here, like our market's in the toilet, every other market's in the toilet. We're doing good here, they usually recover. That's the way I look at it. But you can still make money in those markets. It's just, I just don't do a lot of, I'd probably just own VXUS or VWO or something like that if I was. You own any international, Gerry?
No.
No. Have you ever owned any international?
I mean, a lot of companies are international anyway.
That's true. Got a good point. Yeah, Apple's international, aren't they?
Apple, Microsoft,
Tesla, Ford. Well, Ford used to be. Ford kind of still is, but not as much.
Kind of still is. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Amazon? No. Yeah. Are they?
No. Yeah, they have UK and
yeah. You got the UK, so
yeah, that's what caused Visa to go down because they stopped you accepting Visa or some shit. Yeah. Yes, there is driving over people in parade. Huh. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I've not heard of that. It's not a coincidence, I don't think. Not a coincidence? Yeah, not a coincidence. Give him the firing squad. Probably talking about the Georgia trial. That guy's going to jail the rest of his life. I don't know if you've been listening to that case at all, Gerry.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
It was a self-defense shooting. White guy chased down the black guy, by the way. Chased him down like he was the aggressor, trying to confront him about stealing something possibly. And, they got an altercation and then they shot him. So that's not self-defense in my opinion.
Not if you go looking for it.
Yeah, exactly. So he's probably going to jail, and rightly so. The real question, though, is what is the country going to do? Because they already said that even Camel Toe Harris even said it on the TV saying, apparently we need to do more work in the criminal justice system after the verdict, right? After this white guy gets convicted, because he's probably going to be convicted, he should be, for killing a black dude, is she going to still say the same thing?
So she was like, justice was served.
Yeah, I don't know. She's look at that. Dividend drip just trying to get me upset now. You guys do CSPs on QLD. I'm looking at doing CSP. No, I don't touch options on my income ETFs. I think it's pointless. Gerry does, though. Maybe you can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, they're only good when they're trading like right there. Like if it's $22 a share, QLD's got to be like 22.10, and you got to sell the 22 strike.
To me, it seems pointless. It just seems pointless.
I mean, you get 25 cents or whatever it is, but I mean, if you're going to buy it anyway,
it makes sense maybe for me.
Yeah, the call side is stupid.
It makes sense for me to like maybe do it on Newsy where I have 5,000 shares, or something like that. But 50 contracts, times 5 cents, 10 cents, then maybe it does. But it's just I don't even screw around with it. So I mean, if you want to go long in it, then selling at the money or something.
Yeah, it has to be at the money. Otherwise,
go deep in the money, Gerry. Go deep.
You can go in the money. You just got to do the math.
Got to do the math. Might want to give Kyle some financial advice, guys. Headed to the Forbes list.
I hope so.
He's going to make a boatload of money for defamation. He should definitely sue Biden too.
That should be the first one.
I think you had to wait till he's out of office, though. I heard it through the grapevine that he's not going to run in 2024, but then I heard it just recently again that he's going to. I mean, he's like 80. He's going to be like 82 years old.
I don't think he can run in 2022.
Oh man, he's deteriorating quick. Smoked turkey is best. I heard deep fried is good too. You ever had a deep fried turkey, Gerry?
I've had deep fried turkey. It's good.
No, like a whole turkey that's been deep fried.
I've never done it, but I've ate it and it's very good.
I bet it is good. The problem with the deep fried turkey is I'd probably want to deep fry it in coconut oil, and that's a damn shitload of coconut oil, and it ain't going to be cheap. Probably talking like 5 gallons or something like that,
Something like that. Yeah, it's something like that.
Smoked turkey would be good. I've never had smoked turkey, I don't think. I mean, other than like smoked turkey you put on a sandwich, Turkey. S were cheap. What's that, Gerry?
Turkeys were cheap.
Oh, turkeys are cheap. Turkeys are like 25% more this year than they were last year.
Maybe at a whole paycheck they're more expensive, but
that's just the national average, Gerry.
You got to go to the Winco.
You don't want to get a crappy bird, Gerry. You don't want to have a crappy bird that's got like raised by big chicken, that's got hormones and shit in it.
I want all the antibiotics and all that stuff in there.
You want the water weight?
Extra flavor, baby.
You want that water weight in there, Gerry? You're paying by the pound. They are giving away the turkeys as low as 49 cents a pound, but everything else is expensive. I have not heard that. I've heard it's very hard to get a bird this year. I don't know, though. I'm not going to be buying a bird, so I don't know. A whole paycheck definitely.
I was in Target the other day, and
Super Target?
had them. Yeah, they had them for 98 cents a pound.
That's not bad. A 20-pound bird, Gerry. Honestly, you just go to Boston Market. You're done.
See, that'd be more in my line.
All the sides are amazing, you know.
Yeah.
Cornbread. Oh man, I did pick up extra bacon this week or last week. Sorry, because I'm probably gonna go shopping tomorrow night because I don't want to deal with shopping on Wednesday or Thursday when it's packed and all that shit. Even though it'll probably be more packed on Monday night when I go, but I need to make it all the way to next Thursday, you know. So we'll see. Turkeys were cheap this year. I bought a 12-pound and 11-pound butterball on Friday. I don't know. That's funny because I've heard the opposite, but for less than 40 for both, they had a lot of turkey still. I don't know. The news is trying to peddle the wrong shit, I guess.
Yeah, news.
Rebecca, what's going on, Rebecca? Happy Thanksgiving to you both. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Rebecca. My fire companion, or my fire sister. Is that a better way to put it?
Yeah, that's a better way to put it.
Okay. Not my companion. Just my fire. I don't know. We're firing some at the same time, close to the same time.
Compadre,
yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to the people in the United States. Well, does Vietnam or any other country over there celebrate like Christmas or Turkey Day or anything like that? Thailand, something like that. Asking you, Gerry.
Oh, I have no idea. Hey, you're the one that's international man here. I've only been to Reno.
We celebrated when I was in Qatar, but that was because I was on a base. I've never been overseas during Christmas time, so I don't know. Other than being on a base, I do know that Canada's they've already celebrated Thanksgiving because I dated a Canadian for quite a while, and we had 2 Thanksgivings, so
that works.
I'm sure it does. It's just leftovers from this one that you move to the next one. Yeah. I have 220, 230, 250, and 260. Unfortunately, we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Of what? Is that a good thing?
Let's see if I can figure out what it was. Apple?
I don't know.
Deep in the PayPal. Maybe it's PayPal. You look at PayPal. It's probably PayPal. Oh yeah, it's probably PayPal. Yikes. 220, 230, 250, and 260. Dang.
Those all covered?
Covered. There's
Those
puts.
calls? No.
I don't know. PayPal charges Venmo doesn't. Huh?
I hope those aren't puts.
I just lower your average as it goes down. Every time one gets assigned. Yeah, I don't know. Puts, calls. He probably said above. Let me see if I can figure it out.
Oh wait, I think he's saying it below here. I think
sold puts. Deep losses. Yeah.
Darn it.
So a lot of those have got a higher delta now. Geez, how far did you go out? I mean, honestly, it's dropped from like 260 down to 190 in a month. So I guess that's what killed them. I think the stock will come back. It's still risky to have, 400 or 500 shares of freaking PayPal though.
Yeah.
PayPal charges vendors, Venmo doesn't. There you go, Gerry. Got a boomer telling us that. PayPal and Roku were great for options for the last year. Then poof, it dropped from 260 to 195 in less than a month. That still makes it good for options, as long as you're lower than that. Roku, man. Whew. I haven't looked at Roku in a while, Gerry.
I haven't either, ever since Cloud Ninja was in it. Holy cow.
He was in the call side, though.
Yeah.
Man, that thing's getting destroyed.
Jeez.
It's probably not a bad pickup, like around 180, 150.
Yeah, I was going to say 150.
150 is probably where I would really like it, but there's probably no premium there right now. But man, that just kind of tells you, like, why did it run up during? This is what I don't understand. Because I have Roku, by the way, but I don't pay for any Roku service. I just bought a Roku. I don't pay for any of their services.
Yeah.
So what caused it to run up during the pandemic? Everybody rushed out to get a Roku, but they don't get the service. What would have caused it to drop now?
Yeah, nobody's buying it no more. That's the thing. It's like, why buy a new device, right? How are they trying to be like Apple? They're going to have to be a lot more freaking innovative to sell you a Roku device that works just fine.
Well, it also depends whether or not, is it the device that caused the stock to go up, or was it the services that they sell?
Who the heck would buy the service from Roku?
I don't know. A lot of people are, I don't know. It's tempting.
I guess, yeah, I'm a cheap ass, so I guess I shouldn't say that.
I'm pretty cheap too. But yeah, I wouldn't. It's things way overvalued, even sitting where it's at right now. So, although the target price is almost $400 a share, it's still overvalued in my opinion. Though, even where it's at now, 150 is where I'd probably want to put a put. And I bet you there's no premium there. I'm going to take a look while we're on the stream, of course. See, of course, I typed in Baba to have it.
Probably something. Let's see.
Let's go out to, just for shits and giggles, let's go out to January 21st. We'll look at the 150. It's 75, 80 cents out there. It's not bad.
No, that's not horrible.
Yeah, let me see the
0.03 delta.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, buying power. That's a good return, Gerry. You're basically getting almost 10% for a safe strike. Gerry's going to look it up. He's going to look it up on Monday.
I might look at it.
Maybe it'll have a bad day on Monday. I don't know. PayPal and Roku were great for options this last year. Then poof, it dropped. But I don't understand what you mean for being. You mean great for options because it didn't drop? It just always went up? Is that what you mean? It's going down is good for options too, if you're not in them.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he means they're great to get into them and they just go up, is what I'm assuming he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much a lot of stocks this year. Almost every stock. Despite only allocating 5% of my portfolio to crypto, it is now my top gainer after an awesome day and month. What's CRO, Gerry?
I don't know. Crap crow?
I don't know. It's very close to Crocs. Top gainer. Yeah, I mean, it's had a great year. That drop from 30 or dropped to 35,000 and then the boom up was amazing. I didn't get into it. Like, I'm not a big crypto person. I feel like it's just a spec investment. I don't like spec investments, but I'll tell you what, if it dropped back to 35,000 again, I'd probably buy some. I don't think it's going to, though. That's Dave's luck. PayPal is a decent money laundering platform. Sweet. Probably all are. Yeah, Western Union. They're probably all launderers. How hard to imagine you were deep in credit card debt. I was balls deep. Wedding ring. 11K for a wedding ring, Gerry. You know how much I sold it for? $3,700. Yeah, I was deep. I was deep in the that ring is probably worth 20 grand now.
Of course.
Freaking platinum, Gerry. Yeah, I had a lot of credit card debt. You know, I was poor, but I looked rich though, you know. Porsche, you know, 3 cars. I looked rich, but man, I was living paycheck to paycheck, Gerry. So yes, there's hope for people. There's hope for everybody. 35 years old, Gerry. Eventually, I want to open a separate account for options, but right now I'm using Fidelity and it's fine. Yeah, I like to keep them separate. There's some benefits to keeping them separate. I think there's more pros to keeping them separate. How you liking PM, Gerry?
It's kind of scary because I'll click on some things, I'll check, you know, margin impact, and it's negative $120. I'm like, what?
Well, are you looking at like the strangle or something?
Yeah, you look at it like if you had a put on, you know, already, and then you go to put on the strangle, it could be negative. It's just interesting, but
well, just be safer, I suppose, than where you normally are, and then when things drop, you'll kind of get more used to like how things act and shit.
Yeah.
Simple question. Booty lover. That's my type of name. Yeah. What's going on, booty lover? All right. Oh, that sounded gay, didn't it? What's going on, booty lover? There we go. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I just like that he used something that I would probably say. But maybe tricky. Okay, after you fire, and if you're like 30, 45, what do you tell normies and conformists that ask, oh man, this has been this is a good question, because I would love to hear what other people say. Would love to see what Gerry says. Do you tell your yeah, if you're single, it's a problem, because they're all going to think you're some like, you know, bum, number one. Number two, they're probably going to think have a lot of money. So that's 2 issues right there. You know, they think you're lazy. They give no. So it's definitely, that's part of the reason why I haven't retired yet over the last, because I could have retired, you know, 2018 and stuff, because I hiked AT, you know, but there wasn't really a big, like, that was the issue, you know, dating, you know. What do you do? I'm retired. You know what I mean? Like, it makes more sense now because I am older and life, time is running out, you know? So what would you do here, Gerry, if you were single, Carrie wasn't in the picture, you had no kids, right? And you had money and you retired. What would you tell people?
I would probably just simply say I'm retired, baby.
You're already retired.
I'm retired, baby.
You're already retired, Gerry.
I am. I feel almost retired, but I also feel busy. It's weird.
You are retired, though. That's what I don't understand. Like, you haven't had a real job in a decade, you know?
Yeah, 2010, I think, was the last W-2 job I had. So
here's the good thing right here. Here's a person who's been retired for like 10 years. You say you're retired.
retired. Well, I say that now sometimes, and people do trip out. They're like, what? Because it doesn't seem right.
I dated a girl back in 2008, And her parents, well, her stepdad was an engineer and he was retired and he was young. He was like, he's probably in his maybe late 40s at the time, and they didn't have a lot of money. Back then, I think it was like, $600,000-700,000, something like that. But back then, you got to understand, the interest rates were a lot higher too. So, but they both had jobs that they could go back to if the shit hit the fan. So, but it was just interesting to me because I looked at it like, man, if I had $700,000, I could just retire right now. And you can, if you do things right, you probably could. Especially if you're doing options. Look at Gerry. So,
I mean, I'm not technically retired, but I don't have a W-2 job, and my self-employment and other things are just, part-time, like side gigs. So I'm not really employed on a schedule type of thing, but also I don't have a guaranteed income either. So
I would almost say this: you're retired in my mind, but because you got to do something. You got to do something when you're retired, right? You're not gonna just sit on the couch. You can lay in bed, but you can't sit on the couch. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm still going to be doing options. I'm still going to be, working on the portfolio. Still probably do YouTube, right? Why would I have to fill my time with something, So why not do all the same stuff I do now? But I just don't need the income. I don't need the job. I don't need a job. But this also brings another question. I was going to ask James about it, but I really can't. I need to ask maybe Booty Lover. Maybe Booty Lover will know. But me retired right now, I will have 35 years in with Social Security, right? I'm still qualified for Social Security, but there's going to be a lot of goose eggs there too. How much does that actually affect the Social Security? And I can kind of ask you this too, because you're probably going to fall in that bucket as well, where you're going to have goose eggs, or it's going to be a very little amount.
Oh, yeah, I'm screwed. I've screwed myself because, especially during the beginning, when we started our business, I, just like anything, a lot of people, right? Oh, write off freaking everything, right? But that literally screws you. You end up showing, I mean, there were years where I showed, $5,000 of income, $10,000 of income, right? So you're not paying anything into Social Security. So I mean, you have earned income, but you're not increasing your eventual Social Security payout. I will get a payout, but it'll be minimum. It'll be whatever the minimum is.
What is the minimum right now? Do you know? Is it $1,000 a month?
It's like
$1,200?
At 62, it's like $900 to $1,000 a month.
So basically, and it's a very small amount of money to qualify to get Social Security, or excuse me, a very small amount of years or qualified years, I guess, right, with income to actually get it. And you don't even have to make a lot of money to qualify for a good year or whatever you want to call it. So, and then what you're saying, Gerry, if you qualify for Social Security and then you quit working for 30 years, you still get $1,200?
If once you qualify, you can get the minimum. Yeah,
that's crazy. That's kind of cool, actually.
There is a minimum. Like my mother-in-law, she worked very little, right? A lot of her work probably was a lot under the table too. But she's getting the minimum. She's getting like $800-900 a month. So
wow. I know there's gonna be a lot of goose eggs for those years for me where I'm making high income now. I could wipe out all the military years. I could wipe out the Burger King years. I could wipe out like all the goose eggs, even if I have YouTube income. By the way, I don't make a lot of money in YouTube, folks. It's to work for until I'm 60 something years old or whatever. That small amount of money you make every year doesn't make much of a difference. It's like $15 a month or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's almost
it's almost not worth it.
Like what I'm saying, don't say, I would not say, work another couple more years just for the sake of increasing your Social Security payment, because
for sure,
you're only going to get another $30 a month or something like that. It's like,
Those,
no, screw that.
yeah, those bend points. Do the math. Do the bend point math. It does not make, like, you can throw $10,000 in there. The rest of the, like, for the like if I retire next year and then for the next 20 years I throw $10,000 in there, it's a small amount of money that it makes in Social Security.
Because the closer, the more nearer years are not inflated like the other years, so it doesn't really move the needle.
Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. I can tell you that. It's just not. If you already have a side gig you're doing and you're making money, then that's fine. But it's definitely, don't do it for Social Security because it's not worth it. Let's see. I'm seeing lights now. I don't know if I looked at the light too much or whatever, but I've got some weird shit going on here. I don't know if I can read what people are saying now. You say you're retired. Okay. Oh shit. F you, Dave. I don't know if this is going to go away either. Shit.
You can click on it. I can read it.
Yeah, read that one.
Let's see, on Apple. Oh, it is a 2022 January 115 call. So
okay, you're right.
Yeah, you only got what, less than
close
2 months left. I'd close it.
Trying to get it out to retire. He's trying to get it to expire, basically.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I would personally close it down.
I mean, everything's pointing to the market going higher, in my opinion. But we're still due for a pullback. But we also have Santa Claus rally, and honestly, you got the January effect. Like, we're probably good to March, April. That's normally when the market starts having issues. But $2,500, lock it in.
I guess you can also. I guess it really depends too. You want the cap gain this year, or you want the cap gain next year?
Well, what if it was? So he had
it's a gamble.
Well, it might not
right?
still be a year just because it crosses the calendar year doesn't mean shit.
Well, you realize the profit in January. That's January's profit.
True. Okay. Yes. When it comes to long term, though, it doesn't matter. It's realized for the next year, but as far as long term capital gains, depends on how long he's had it.
Right.
That's what I was trying to talk about. My folks live in Alberta. It's getting worse. Okay, Boomer. Going on, Ben. I don't know if I've seen that name before. Have you?
I think that's a new one. Checking in from, is that New Zealand?
Yeah, it's New Zealand. Kiwi. Got a Kiwi. Oh man, when I was in Australia, I met a Kiwi girl, and she was just sitting down. You know how when you go to the malls, there's kind of like seating areas, where people that, they're probably there with their wives, and the wives are shopping, and the guys are always sitting out there. Well, there's a cute girl sitting out there. I was like, oh shit, let me go over there and like chat her up, And I started talking to her. I'm like, oh man, that's accent, New Zealand accent, Kiwi girl, I'm like, geez, this girl's cute, blah blah blah. Like talking to her for 20 minutes, about to ask for a number, and then her boyfriend comes around the corner, like gave me the dirtiest look, Oh man, I thought he was gonna kick my ass. Some Aussie or some shit. You have to read that one, Gerry.
Cash on the side for investing. Everyone says hold 10% or more in cash. Cash in brokerage account earns 0. I trust in Apple, but I know you can lose, but you will gain more short term. Thanks.
I agree and disagree. It just depends on what you want to do with the cash.
You're kind of speaking in absolute, saying you will gain more short term. Not necessarily. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah. 10% or more in cash, brokerage account. He gets, I get it. It pays nothing, but
right.
That's the thing though. Like if you want no risk, you're not going to make anything.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, also what is the cash for? If it's the cash for the market, then, you don't want it to be in the market, right? So you can put it in Series I bonds and keep up with inflation.
It just depends on what the goal is here. What are you trying to do? when it comes to using the cash to buy into the market when it crashes, all you really need to do is find something that doesn't crash as much. You know, that's the way I look at it anyway. That's kind of what a NUSI is. You need to find something that doesn't crash as much. Yeah, it'll still go down, but it's not going to crash as much. If you want no risk, there's nothing out there right now. Money market pays 0.4%. That's it. Still going to have to read them, Gerry.
Says Dave, do you struggle to go to work being this close to fire? Sometimes I just want to go full Gerry and stay home and tell my boss what he can do with his overtime he thinks I need.
I'm getting antsy, but I don't find a struggle to go to work because my work's easy. And I'm good at it. It's fun. It's not stressful. And it has been stressful this year, but in general, it's not stressful. The customer loves me. They're a great customer, awesome customer. It's good work. It's challenging work. And I enjoy it. I don't struggle. They pay me very well. So I am getting antsy, though, but I don't find it a struggle. So if you don't have that, I can understand. I can definitely feel for people that hate their job. I've had jobs I've hated, trust me. And my thinking is if I could just get through my bachelor's program first, and then I'll get a new job. You know, I got to stick out this freaking, 12-hour nights, with a job that was any monkey could do it. I could teach Gerry to push a freaking button, Not saying you're a monkey, Gerry, but it's just, I like my job, and I mean, I probably will miss it when I'm not doing it. And it took a long time to get here in my career too, and I have it perfect now. I work remote, So I just, yeah, but I'm getting antsy too at the same time. Part of it's getting antsy for wanting to roll that 401k over. What was the last thing? I want to go full Gerry. Yeah. I tell you, if you have a job that you don't like, it's definitely harder. That's for sure.
If you can make money, see, I think you gotta have multiple income streams if you want to go full Gerry, right? Because when I went full Gerry, originally, when I left my W-2 job, I actually got fired. And it was in 2010, but I kind of wanted to get fired because I hated it, right? And so my attitude freaking stunk.
Yeah, you start pushing the line.
Yeah, I was pushing the line. They were trying to require me to work at least 1 weekend a month. I quit doing that. It's like I did all these things. I was a manager, so I did a lot of things. That. Well, actually, I did nothing. I ended up, teaching my team, right, to be able to handle everything. So, at the end of the day, my day was very simple because everyone was doing their job. And that was a manager's job, right? Make sure everybody was doing their job. But they didn't like that because I had everything worked out so well that I could just sit at my desk and do nothing. And so it really pissed them off, right? And so they started pushing, and then I started pushing, and then they eventually just said, okay, we've had enough. We need to split up. But at that time, I had no savings. I had nothing, no investments. I was in debt, all that. So if you are in this position now where you hate your job, right? Make sure you have a couple of multiple side hustle type things, and it's a lot easier to make that move. Because when I made the move, it was like, okay, it's make or break time. Because
you might have side hustles. You could just
had like 2 months.
You could just have investments out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's an interesting one. Gerry has he has a lot of good insight here because he definitely he didn't go the traditional route. He's like a Rick, you know what I mean? An entrepreneur, the helpful entrepreneur. Yeah, Rick. Ivan Boulder working. Man, I'm sorry. Boulder. Yeah, Boulder is beautiful. But man, those people are freaking whacked out over there. It's one of the only counties in only cities or counties in this state that you can actually walk around. Girls can walk around with no top. So they did pass that.
What?
You'll never see it though. So let's see here. You have to read that one. Damn, because I keep looking at the screen. Go ahead, Gerry.
What do you think of UPRO and URTY? The returns they have achieved in the last year alone have been phenomenal. UPRO is up 120%. 100,000 invested last year would be 220K today. What are your thoughts?
That's a good one for you because I think you've done a video on that one.
No, I haven't.
Wow, you should.
These are 3X. This is like TQQQ. So
yeah, you'll probably get a lot of hate for that.
Who would you in a leveraged product, would you hold and buy more when 70% of your investment goes down? What would you do? How would you react? I don't react very well when I'm down 50% in an option. I mean, I handle it, but and it's smaller amounts of money in options, right? What would you do if you had $100,000 in UPRO and we had a 30% drop in the market and your money's down to 20 grand? What do you do?
Yeah, this is a tough one because Matt loves TQQQ. I love TQQQ as well, but I don't know if I don't have, because of where I'm at in my journey, I don't think I could just throw $100,000 and just let it sit there until we have a pretty darn good pullback.
Exactly.
So that's the way I would play it. That was the UPRO is what, triple leveraged IWM or something?
No, UPRO is triple leverage S&P and URTY is triple leveraged Russell.
So it's just triple. Well, it's
just the TQQQ of
I gotcha.
S&P and the Russell.
There's more than just UPRO. I just never heard of the UPRO.
Yeah, there's more than those, but
SPXT or L or whatever.
Right.
I don't know.
SPXL, I think, is another one.
Yeah. Is my month? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Is my math right? The blow options right now are below the water.
Yeah, your math is probably right, but what are you going to do when it pulls back? I mean, Matt, is a TQQ fan, right? I like TQQ as well, but Matt probably has he can probably attack that, right? If it fell 50%. A lot of people probably would be fully invested, right? How are they going to take advantage of that drop? So
I don't know. Yeah, Matt would definitely take advantage. He still has a job, so for sure. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be using margin. I would still be making a few $100s a month selling CSPs. Yeah. I mean, we're not using margin, but we know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying, but I don't pay any margin interest on anything. So
no, and even if it was, it's very low in IB. But yeah, we're not using margin, but we're using a margin account to its fullest, right? Matter of fact, I added notional value to my spreadsheet, so it's in there, and I'll actually added it to the report as well. So,
what's your notational value right now?
It is $328,000 of a $300,000 account.
Oh, that's not bad. I think mine was like 160.
But I know because I've done the math before, and I've had stuff where it was up 700,000. Like they're up way up there. You know what I mean? But I'm just so light right now. But that's the number, and I'm going forward. I'll keep track of that too, just to see, kind of get an idea of where I'm comfortable. But let's see. I'll be saying the same thing someday. Former president, blah blah blah. Right now, margin still kind of scares me a bit. Yeah, I did that stocks versus rentals video, And I mean, it didn't get a lot of views because I kind of knew it wasn't going to. But 5-to-1 when you get into rental property, you're putting basically 20% down. That's 5-to-1 leverage. That's the reason why rental properties can really accelerate your net worth, right? Can you do the same thing with stocks? You can, especially if you had a portfolio margin. We got 6.7-to-1 or something like that, So we can do the same thing, but it's way more riskier to do that with stocks than it is with rentals. Because number one, with rentals, it's spread out over 30 years, and it's also fixed. The payment's already fixed. Everything's already worked out. You did that with stocks, man, because they're way more volatile. You get your ass handed to you. So if you're going to use margin with stocks, you definitely, need to be smart about it, not go way overboard. And make sure you do it in an account that doesn't have high margin rates either. Like Schwab is like 5 or 6% or something.
Yeah, Fidelity's like 9.
Jesus. Ain't nobody using margin there.
Hope not.
Thumbs up. Is that a middle finger? I can't tell.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? No, it doesn't. Who won the year-end bet? It's not a year-end. Well, which bet are you talking about first? Dragon Financial. I've never seen Dragon Financial. Is he talking about the bet between him and Matt and I?
Probably.
Matt and I? There's no year-end bet. The bet's to whoever gets to $1 million or $2 million first. That's it. I'm I don't know, 4% away. He's roughly about 3-point-something% away. So we're very close. I think he's going to win. If we have a market pullback, I might win, but we'll see. Crypto would freaking crash, damn it. Happy Thanksgiving. Deep frying a turkey is the best. I can only imagine it, but it's got to be deep fried in some damn good oil. But man, yeah, some crispy. Jerry, you a dark meat or a white meat person?
Dark.
For sure.
Yeah.
Those damn breasts are freaking they're just not juicy enough.
No. Oh, yeah. Give me a drumstick, a thigh, a wing.
Drumstick, baby. Drumstick. Yeah. Give me the neck. Christmas, yes. Yeah. I have Christmas video in Thailand up. You know what? I think he's right. I was in Thailand during New Year's, and they had a bunch of stuff up. So, but it could have been New Year's stuff, but it still could have looked Christmassy. So, yeah, you're right. I spent New Year's in Thailand and Bangkok. Just scroll back. Okay, my site is coming back. Just scroll back a ways. They're set up trees and fake snow. Cool. Yeah, Roku isn't a subscription service thing. Yeah, they do have subscription too, though.
But yeah, they have it, but you don't need it at all.
No. There's some good stuff in there, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I already have too many as it is now. Geez. I just have a separate account within Fidelity. Separate, yeah. My long-term sectors. What the fucks? And speculative pot stocks. Fidelity, yeah. You can definitely benefit from a better platform that's set up for doing options. What about the Active Pro Trade or whatever the hell it is? Is that pretty good?
I didn't like it. I never really set it up very like.
Is that after you already had an IB account?
It was after I already had an IB account and I got used to it. And then I went into Active Trader Pro and I was like, nah.
Once you go IB, you can't go back.
Yeah, can't have two platforms in my opinion.
You can.
You can, but
yeah, it just have to be like more geared towards options. Like honestly, I mean, Schwab's platforms are kind of. Some people, I mean, Richard actually kind of liked it, but I don't really like it. But I'm using their cloud version. If they start paying and asking questions, I don't want to talk to either of them anyway. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. Just say retire. Oh, okay, let's see. Just Just say retired and move on. I call people nosy, rosy. Yeah, I thought people aren't very aggressive in that country, though. They're not going to like, whoa, what are you doing? I mean, they're probably not going to ask.
I'm sure there's other expats though, probably.
Yeah, they probably would. Well, I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly.
You always say the same thing, you know. What are you doing here? You know. Let's see here. I mean, when it comes to expats, you either know they're fire or they're military or ex-military, right? That's what you know. Most of the time, that's what they are, right? Social Security is supposed to run out. I don't think it's going to. I used to say the same thing years ago. Like, oh, yeah, maybe why not to pay in this? I'm never going to get it, you know. I don't think it's ever going to go away.
That is a talking point, and it's not a good talking point. That's another thing that media pisses me off about. Yes, Social Security is going to run out of reserves in 2034 or whatever it is. That doesn't mean payments stop. That means they won't have a surplus of money unless they change something in the interim. So if they don't change anything, they will run out of surplus, but your payments aren't going to stop. Now, they could be reduced slightly, or retirement age can be moved up, or, you know, things of that nature, but it's not going to go kaput and default.
It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a legalized, you know, government Ponzi scheme. But if we did a Ponzi scheme, we're going to go to jail.
Right.
But I guess that's I guess that's a kind of, you know, bringing all these illegals in, or bringing all the immigrants in, and amnesty and all that. Like, they're going to pay us Social Security eventually, right? So they'll probably likely raise the age before Gerry and I get up to their 60s. Never rely on Social Security. I don't rely on it. Matter of fact, I don't even include it in my calculations at all. The way I look at it is by the time I'd probably collect it as late as I could, probably not push it to 70, but just to say that the ages stay where they are at, I'd probably collect it at 67. If it stayed the same. And then it would all go probably towards, you know, freaking some old folk home or something. Who knows? I haven't paid into Social Security for the last 9 years. Yeah. He's probably going to be affected by it because he retired pretty young. But, you know, then again, I mean, it's such a small amount. Like, even $10,000 a year if you made on your YouTube channel, which ain't even close to that, but if you did, over those 20 years, it's such a small amount of money that actually helps you.
Yeah.
15, 20 bucks a month or something like that. Stocks only go up, dude. Matt's still here. I don't know if Matt's still here. What up? Yeah. What up, y'all? What's going on? Regrind, retire. Sorry, been busy with homework. What the hell? What are you doing? You in school? Must be in school. Am I really far behind, Gerry?
You're about 20
There's no
minutes
timestamp.
behind.
Oh, wait, there is a timestamp.
Yeah,
Not
20
too
minutes.
far. Not too far. Let's see here. Dave, is that an Xmas tree? Damn. Jeez. The sentimental value in that. It is a Christmas tree. I got it at Walmart. It's like one of the smallest, you know, Christmas tree you can pretty much get. It's hand decorated, by the way. M1 spend account, make 1% hold cash there, making 1% hold cash. I don't know what that means by that.
I think they pay 1%.
They pay 1%? What do you mean?
In your, if you gotta sign up for their checking account or debit card or whatever the hell it is.
I
don't know if you
God,
have to be in the M1 Plus though. You might have to pay that. So
to be honest with you, and I don't know if M1's doing this, but there is some of those types of accounts out there, you know, the SoFis of the world or whatever, where we pay 3% in the money market account, but it's really not. They are doing like, you know, 0.5% or something in the money market, and the rest is just cash back. So they kind of mix them together to make it look like you're, you know what I mean? Like it's not, yeah. They try to mash it together looking like you're just getting this money market, but it's really not. It's on a credit card. See here. I don't know if that's kind of the thing they were doing in 2019. Pretty big, pretty hard. What the heck? Tired of working 12-hour night? You're almost done. When I fire, I'm gonna make a confession video about this profession. Don't talk shit until you don't burn that bridge until you've quit. Don't talk shit, don't burn that bridge. I'm not burning any bridges when I leave. Also, Gerry, did you burn a bridge when you left Walmart?
I burnt all my bridges. All of them.
You're in control of the flame. You might as well. Also, let me see. You're one of those that put, what the hell, Gerry? Why can't I read? I can completely see right now. You're one of those that put up their fuck, Gerry. Jesus.
Also, you're one of those that, well, see, it's also not typed absolutely 100%, so I kind of get it. But, you know, you can read between the lines. So also, you're one of those that puts up their tree before Thanksgiving. Bad omen, folk.
Is it? I've never heard of that. I'm pretty superstitious, too.
You don't walk under ladders? You don't break mirrors?
Generally, I try not to. But I'm pretty superstitious. I've become less superstitious over the last, several years, but I am definitely superstitious. Let's see here. Quit, Rebecca. 12-hour night. Yeah, it's tough. Especially if, it's really tough. Because when I was working 12-hour nights, I actually had a girlfriend, and she, obviously was up during the day, so never really got to see her. And when I was off, I worked 12-hour nights, 4 days a week. I was off 12. I worked 12-hour nights for 7 days. I was off 7 days. 3 on, 3 off, 4 on, 4 off. Anyways, that's tough. You need to kind of stay on the same routine. Let me see here. What the fuck? What the fuck? What is that word, Gerry?
Women?
Is that what Women can also only sometimes.
It's been a long time, huh, Dave?
What? Talking shit? Sometimes I can't. Yeah, I can't read. I can't read right now, and I don't know why. I completely can see. What's going on with me? There's a fuck. Gerry, help me out here.
Oh shit.
What is wrong with me?
Okay.
That's like I almost can't. Like I literally quit. In second grade. I have no idea how to read right now.
That's not good, Dave. Actually, I should stop laughing because that's not funny. But she says women can also go topless in Asheville, North Carolina. There's a parade every year.
Oh shit! I'm moving there. What about this one, Gerry?
There's a parade every year.
Is there another? I'm not trying to do this, folks. Like, holy cow, what is wrong with me right now?
Okay, just click on them and I'll read them.
Read it.
That one is like, I have no idea what it says. Is what asked in Discord chat. So it's kind of like, move on there.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the typers.
Been buying up a couple of MLPs, MLPX, and IEP. Carl Icahn. I know that one. MLPX, I think, is an ETF. I'm not positive.
Is there another? Yeah. MLPs.
Master Limited Partnerships. You like them K1s.
K1s.
Why Matt like TQQQ and not UPRO? He probably likes the NASDAQ better than the S&P.
I would definitely, yeah. If I was going to be bullish on any sector or index or whatever, it'd definitely be tech. I guess that's not an index. I guess that's a sector or whatever. So I'd always probably, until it changes, I don't think tech is ever going to go out of style while we're probably still alive.
No, I don't think so.
There you go, Gerry.
Let's see. I know Dave don't like Leap, so critique my scenario. Over the summer, I sold 1,000 SPY in my 401k account and replaced with 10 options of SPY. December 2023, 420. Next one. Go to the next one. Now I am thinking of selling the SPX December 2023 300 put to cover the dividend. Current price is 125, so I will take in 12.5 for a couple of years. Huh? That's a lot
to process
right there. Yeah, no, not really. I sold 1,000 SPY and 401k account and replaced with 10 options of SPY December 2023 420.
So he's replacing shares of something with leaps, which is fine, but you better be right. You better be right that it's going to go up and not go down, because you have a time. You have a time limit there.
Yeah, you have the time limit, and that's, you're putting an expiration on your money, and that's not really.
That's not something I like to do. He does have like a defined risk there, but it's not something I like to do because I'm not a good at timing markets, and my luck is that's when we'll have a bear market or something, over 2 years or whatever.
And then he's gonna sell a SPX 300 put.
Was that right here?
Yeah. To cover the dividend.
Yeah, I don't know.
That SPX is more than 100 shares, though, right?
Is it? Well, it's 10 times. Is it 10 times?
It was 10x. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10x. 10x SPY.
So yeah, man, that's complicated.
I honestly don't like to go. Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of risk. It's not for me. It'll probably work for you, but it's not going to work for me. I don't like the time constraint there. It's got to happen. Now it is, 2 years out, but the market may get higher 2 years out. I don't know. It might be. Let's hope it is. It should be, but I just don't want to make the gamble, I guess. Dividend drip.
Yeah, TQQ is liquid. It's the most liquid out of all of them, so that's probably a good one too.
Yeah, it's my favorite. One of my favorites. Thanks, man.
You can probably skip down about 4 or 5.
Okay.
There you go. I don't use Fidelity, Active Trader Pro anymore. Trade Armor is beast mode. Options are easy on Fidelity without Active Trader.
What's Trade Armor?
I don't know what Trade Armor is. I think that is in I think that's part of Fidelity.
Huh.
But I haven't used it enough. I just do the web. If I'm gonna do something in Fidelity, I use the web, and So
web sucks for everything, really.
it's
Honestly,
yeah, it does suck. I'm not
it
saying
even
it's
sucks for
good.
IB.
Yeah.
And you will, let's see, and you will get asked by expats and locals all the goddamn time. Yeah, okay. You'll, yeah. See here, I think TQQQ is an aggressive for me. Yeah, it's aggressive. I'm still going to use it though. When the market drops, if it drops 15-20%, I'm going to put a bunch of money into TQQQ, or I might buy leaps. I don't know. But right now, I'm in cash in that. Like I only have like $11,000 in TQQ when I had over, I don't know, 180 shares at one point. So right now it's just sitting cash. Because the market is high, but man, it could just continue to go up, Gerry.
Definitely could.
I hate that. Because every time I've ever done that, I've always just lost out a bunch of money. Because they just, and it just goes up. I can't imagine that. You seem like such a teddy bear. I don't know what he's talking about. He or she.
I don't know. You're a teddy bear?
I'm a teddy bear. Yeah, I'm a teddy bear. Girls love me, Gerry. They just never want to get to know me to figure that out. Because I can never get past that part. Let's see here. I'm with Gerry. They look my red swinglings. I don't know what she's talking about.
They took the good stapler. That's what she's saying. She's pissed off because they took the good stapler from her. You can't replace a good stapler.
I've never had a bad stapler.
Oh, I've had some bad staplers.
I got a little teeny one like this. It works fine.
No, there's bad staplers. If you're trying to staple like 20 pages together, yeah, you want.
What is this, Office Space? Jeez. 20 pages together is not a regular staple. That's like an industrial staple. JFC, Dave. Don't know what that is. WTF, Dave. Go get your eyes checked. No, it's just, this happens every once in a while. It probably has to do with looking at the lights or something. Oh my God, Dave, a millionaire and can't read. Shit, busting my balls now.
You can get some reading glasses, man.
I will need glasses probably soon. Everybody in my family's already got them. Like I'm 45. Yeah, I'm not quite as old as you, Gerry. I'm 46 years old. I don't have glasses yet. I'm getting close though. I'm gonna do the AT without glasses. Don't drop Shroom beyond this. Yeah, stream. I don't know what it's talking about. Can you take that one, Gerry?
M1 has paid 1% on my checking account for the last year, another 1% on debit card transactions, 1.5% on credit card. They pay me to have margin out. So
yeah,
I think he's in the M1 Plus deal where you got to pay.
Yeah, I just have a regular M1 account. Dave sounds like Biden. Is he having a stroke? I'm probably, at this point, I'm actually probably a little more coherent than Biden is. No, that's not saying much because I'm not very coherent. But seriously, wondering if Dave is having a TIA. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Mini stroke. No, I'm not having a mini stroke. Something, gonna call Dave and ambulance. Yeah, make sure they're hot people. Pick me up. Fucking Biden reader. What's that, Gerry? What's a Biden reader?
I don't know what a Biden reader is. Oh, that's Biden reading off the teleprompter.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Where's my mask? Hey, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of Kyle Rittenhouse and now the new riots? Yeah, I don't know if they're related, but Sucks that people have to live with that forever and think anyone now rioting are deuce.
No, not yet.
Deuce. What's a deuce? Not what?
Maybe douche nozzles.
Deuce nozzles. Deuce nozzles.
Yeah, we covered that earlier.
Yeah, that's a. I don't know. Kyle will be rich. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't honestly. Once he does what he's going to do, which he probably should sue NBC, MSNBC, probably sue CNN, probably sue Biden. He's never going to have to work ever in his life again.
Nah.
There's going to be so much freaking money he's going to get from that. If you think so, dividend drip. If you think so, dividend. Gerry, take that one.
Don't know you, but that's something you can't forget. PTSD is a real thing. And then go below, I know, but extremely wealthy and able to leave the country will help him. Oh, I'm the teddy bear. Look at that.
Gerry. Gerry is the teddy bear. I'm the teddy bear. I can tell you that right now. Gerry, you a teddy bear?
I'm shaped like one.
Got your wife laughing now. I heard that Gerry is too. The red stapler. What are we talking about? We talking about Office Space?
Yes, that's what she just said. The red stapler's an Office Space reference.
Oh, yeah, she did just say that. I'm slow. Let's see. Fire, laughing aloud. Virtual. Yeah, I don't know if it's me or if it's because I'm very, I can't read between the lines very well.
Cataracts. Need some bud there, Dave.
So what about this one?
Visual migraine or detached retina, maybe cataracts.
No, I can see fine. I don't probably have 20/20 right now, but yeah, I actually have to maybe be concerned of actually when I have to renew my license, whether or not I'm not going to be able to pass. So that's a concern. It's not going to be for a few more years, but where are we going to diagnose for Dave? Check his
levels for diabetes.
I have no idea what's wrong with me right now. Kyle needs to fire after his payday from those tyrants. Yeah.
Let's cut it off, Dave. It's probably time.
Yeah, we're at the end anyway. Let's cut it off. Sorry, Dave, delay. What's going on, Billy? Fire pay. Yeah.
He's already a millionaire. Good for him.
He's already a millionaire. All right, y'all. I have no idea what happened. Holy cow. Well, let's have a great week. Please, everybody, have a great Thanksgiving as well. Marcus closed apparently on Thursday. It is open on Friday until 1 o'clock Eastern time. And the market, the market's up it's up. So that's good.
Yep. Eat some turkey, eat some ham. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, I am looking forward. I'm trying to get me a small pecan pie. So we're going to try pecan pie.
What's a pecan pie? What is a pecan pie?
Pecan.
Oh, pecan. Pecan, Gerry. Yeah. I thought you liked apple.
I'll probably try apple too.
All right, y'all. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you on, we'll see. Probably not going to be Thursday, but if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, we'll see you on Thursday.
Yep. Sunday.
So
Yep. Happy
we'll see y'all
Thanksgiving.
later.